You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
More like Big Crimes Club.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, friends. Hola. How goes it?
Oh,
It goes.
I've never heard of it, so I have no idea. Where would
Well, we're back.
Trying to think
It's been a
what's...
minute.
yeah, it has been a bit.
Little while.
Stop.
I can't think of anything new to report other than watched George of the Jungle last night. That was fun.
Well, my computer died and then it undied. So, there's
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah. How'd you get that all resolved?
I had them check it out. Apparently the motherboard that I got was bad, so I thankfully didn't end up buying more RAM, which is what I was afraid to do in the first place, and obviously would not have helped. But yeah, the motherboard that I bought had bad RAM slots in it.
Bad RAM.
So DOA.
Yes. But thankfully, I got a replacement and it's all working now and
Good.
stuff.
So what are you upgraded to?
I just upgraded the motherboard, the CPU, the RAM, and then of course had to throw a new cooler in there.
Oh yeah.
The computer upgrade cascade.
Yep, that's pretty much how it goes.
That's how I got a new computer.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's running good now. Switched to an AMD processor.
Or like AMP.
So, because I got it on super duper sale. So we'll see how that works out.
Cool. Maybe switching to those at work.
AMD?
Yep, AMD. That'll save some bucks.
I mean, it's not like they're the biggest company in the world right now. Unlike
biggest bang for your buck out of AMD.
Unlike Nvidia. Although maybe not after today, because apparently they lost like $1.2 trillion in...
Yeah, because everything did. The stock market's killing itself right now.
Oh shit, I should have taken my
$2.8 trillion went missing from the stock market today, or something like that.
Yeah, well, it's because we're heading into a recession. We passed some particular like notification of that. And then everyone's like, oh, I got to get my money out of here. And then it just all went. They did a run on the banks, pretty much.
You gotta check my
stocks. What you're saying is that it all went tits up.
Scared.
It has really gone tits up. It's not great.
The only time that you really need to worry about pulling your stocks out is if you're close to retirement age and you're looking at that money itself. So
yeah,
for the most
otherwise,
part, buying
just
stocks
leave it in
is a
and it'll
fairly
keep going
secure investment, and you just let it sit there.
Yeah, so you don't.
Well, depends on which.
The market
yourself.
typically
Holy
corrects
shit.
itself. Yeah, don't bounce back. The only time that you really need to worry about selling them all, like I said, is unless you're like close to retirement age and you're counting on that money.
Yeah, probably.
There is the slight risk that the company itself will fold, and then you just kind of lose it, or the company that you've invested in files for bankruptcy or whatever. Most of the time, the stock price will tank. Independent of what the market is doing. So the writing is on the wall, and a lot of times you can diversify your portfolio before that happens.
The writing is on the wall, cried the old woman.
I want to diversify my snortfolio, and by that I mean I want to do a bunch of drugs.
I was wondering if that meant you wanted to do cocaine. And it pretty much occurred. Exactly as I thought it would.
And do it. Do the cocaine.
Be the cocaine you want to see in this world.
Do the cocaine
He
you
wants
want
to.
see.
He wants to snort straight smack.
Shit.
That's how what's her
straight
name
smack.
almost died in that movie. You
What
know the
movie?
one. Is
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, there we
Pulp
go.
Fiction. Yeah, that's what I was going to think of. I think
Oh,
one
she
of the
actually
few
did
scenes of that
cocaine in that
movie I have
movie?
seen. It was when I saw it on
She
TV.
gets stabbed
Oh,
in the
she's-
chest.
Stabbed in the chest.
That's
Well,
probably how
disclaimer:
Nikki
we don't
Six went the
support the
first time.
use of illegal narcotics.
Illicit
And
substances.
if
I
you
don't
are
support it if you
among-
get caught, but if
If
not,
you are among those people
fucking,
that
have fun.
do them, you should seek help. Wink, wink.
I won't do drugs. A won't have an attitude. I'm not gonna do the whole song.
What
We don't
song is
condone
that
the use
even?
of
I don't even know
controlled
what.
It's the
substances
Dare
on this.
song.
Oh god.
Or I will respect myself. E.
I almost
I
said
will
podcast.
educate me now.
God,
Huh.
it
It
was
was
just song.
Which is
It was
funny.
the theme song for Dare.
Podcasts aren't actually
Don't do
podcasts
drugs.
anymore.
Go roller
because
skating.
the iPod is no longer a thing.
I saw somebody with
People have
Pennsylvania
forgotten what
plates.
podcast comes from.
And they had the Dare symbol on the license plate. Like it was a Dare license plate that you could get in Pennsylvania. And I was like,
Oh,
I
right.
You can
didn't
get those
even
in
know they
Montana,
did
too.
Dare. I didn't think they did that
What it
anymore.
is you pay extra for the vanity plate, and a portion of that vanity plate goes toward like the organization of choice. Like in Montana, you can get like a Ducks Unlimited plate. You can get the, firefighter supporters plate. All of that stuff.
Mm. I do a title transfer today. That was a lot more than I expected it to be.
Oh man,
more
especially
involved
because
or
the DMV here in Fargo sucks.
Wasn't
Oh
DMV.
great! Now we're never
No, you
gonna
could
get,
probably just amend that sentence there, Shane, to saying the DMV sucks.
great.
Well,
now we're
especially here in
never gonna
Fargo,
get
'cause
supported by the DMV. Thanks,
you
guys.
basically can't
Man,
go
I was
in.
I was really gunning for getting sponsored by the DMV, but
sponsorship.
I guess there goes that opportunity.
You
Yeah,
basically
right.
can't go in unless you have an appointment.
I went in today without. Well, again, it's not the DMV, I guess, but it was the
I thought you had
motor
to go to
vehicle.
the DMV to.
Similar.
To
It's
do that.
it's
It
different.
wasn't
I
the
learned that
Department of
today.
Motor Vehicles. It was the Motor Vehicle Department.
Well,
Huh.
yeah, vehicle registration thing. It's a different.
Well, there's like a
office.
licensing center, and then there's the DMV. They're like two separate things.
Yep, different spots, different things. Yeah, my coworker told me that. So before I went to the wrong location, conveniently. So
DMV here wasn't too bad, but
Yeah.
we don't have as many people as Fargo, so
yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah, we've
spent
only got
just
the
under
one DMV location.
$800 just to transfer title.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
That
Yeah.
sucks. That
I
sucks.
guess you're paying
butts.
taxes on the
Surprise.
vehicle and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, that's mostly taxes. From what you told me is like, yeah, I told you that's a bit more than what I was expecting, to be honest. Like, yeah, mostly taxes. And I did not have a checkbook with me, and so it was $20 also to use my credit card.
Oh yeah, that's a DMV thing. You always bring a checkbook to the DMV.
Yeah, I'll remember that next time. It was $20
Wait, they charge you $20 to just use your credit card?
to use my credit
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
The one time I went there and I went to use my card and they weren't
Service
taking
charge.
cash either. So they were like, you
Well-
have to have a check. And I was like,
Yeah, so what that is the
I definitely didn't carry that much cash on me.
it's the payment processing or like the
I think I had $20
what do
on
they
me.
call that?
Probably 15.
yeah, but the payment process doesn't take $20. It takes like $3.
It's a percentage of it's the percentage of the dollar amount. So a lot of places will just charge a flat fee, typically much more than they will ever expect to pay.
Yeah, well, what do you know about payment processing, huh?
Oh, I know a ton about
what I
that
do.
now.
I rented
Two
it down. It's
months
like
and
60
payment
extra
processing.
dollars for the card payment.
That's funny because that's what he do all the days long.
That's his entire day job.
I did a lot with
But-
credit
Yeah,
card
$20 is a bit high,
companies and
but that's why. There is-
ACH
there's the-
processors.
I'm not gay, but the DMV is asking for $20.
What?
Unless you're Eli, in which case it's like
$20 is
$17.85 or
$20.
something like that.
I think that's where he's going with that.
$50.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a dumb old joke.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the connection went right over my head. Totally missed that one.
He's saying he will fillet dudes for money.
Oh, wouldn't.
I see. Oops, wrong button. There we go. All right, so Sam's on a solo adventure against
a needle pulling
everybody.
Thread. Yeah, Sam has.
Is this the end game? We watch Sam take down all the
people? There is some stuff that does need to happen here.
Turned out Sam was the main character the whole time.
Guess so. I mean, I can see it. I guess
for this late.
Couldn't have been Knox. He's asleep for half of the shit.
Knox is asleep.
I keep pushing characters, so it had to be Sam.
Knox is asleep for a lot of stuff.
That's because Desmond wasn't asleep for a lot of
Thomas's
stuff.
characters keep dying or retiring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so I suppose we should recap. Yeah, you guys found the last gem. Went and found a home for some monkey people, although they probably wouldn't appreciate that terminology.
Yeah. We found them a home with the monkey people.
Yes, you found them. Well, oh no, yeah, you found a home with you found a home for the, what do you call them?
The Sun Wukongs.
Kitsune.
The Kitsune, yeah, those guys.
And friends.
I said that.
The Foxy people.
Yes.
And they actually would make you to call them that.
Those things. The things that you said. Yeah, and then Sam was a jerk and just went and pushed everybody.
You guys gonna hang out with Hab Hab. Everyone loves Hab Hab.
See right now.
I actually hate Hab Hab now because he abandoned us.
You wouldn't.
He did not.
Hab Hab.
He did not ride or die.
Sam abandoned us. Hab Hab.
No one would dare hate Hab Hab.
Watch me.
Simply isn't
Bernie,
done.
But he's got a decently good reason. He's weirded out by him, and he got shot in the face by him, and teleported off of a mountain by him.
Okay, yeah, Bernie might have cause to be a little bit wary of Hab Hab.
Yeah,
but...
well, fuck that guy. I ain't going anywhere with him.
Hey, we made it
so...
Hey, sometimes he malfunctions. That ain't his fault.
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like Bernie would at least be able to understand the difference between maliciousness and incompetence.
I mean, I don't
just
think
whatever that guy is slinging around. He don't like it.
Look, I'm not saying his opinion of him is going to change.
These no magic missiles
Bernie would
hurt.
know the difference between maliciousness and incompetence.
Yeah.
He might just think Hab Hab's is an idiot, and he doesn't want to get caught up in the dangers that an idiot spellcaster will submit you to.
That's true. That's a good way of putting it.
But yeah, so you guys did all that. Sam pushed you guys. Oh no, wait. Sam left you guys and pushed herself into a tree, and then left to go visit the capital again. And then had a whole adventure trying to sneak into the castle. And when I say sneak, I mean literally blowing everything up and like knocking over a bunch of pots and pans and shit on the way there.
There were some obnoxious spells, though.
I've only cast one spell. Well, one attack spell, I should say.
Yes. But yeah, she did eventually manage to get away just by the skin of her teeth. So, I suppose we should join up. We will leave the court.
We need to see what these other folks are up to.
Yes. We'll just go ahead and
hanging out by a tree.
go back to the view of the city here.
Sam, come back.
I think Sawyer and Justin were
Today
playing
this week.
Do we have knife throwing contest?
Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes.
And liar's dice.
So, yes, Sam, you were being led. I think we need some different music here. This is very, like,
Lovely.
lovely and whatnot. I think we need some good,
Ominous.
like, intrigue music.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good word. Intrigue.
Inspection.
What if it's I'll give my life, not for honor, but for you. Snake eater. Oh, I don't think Sam would eat a snake.
What about
I ate snake twice.
ladder boss?
Tastes like chicken, in case you're wondering.
So,
I wonder if
like
I
chicken,
wonder if
huh?
snake
Well,
tastes
everything
like
tastes like
eel.
chicken. Of course it tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
I wonder if snake tastes like chicken, does eel taste like chicken?
No, that's different.
Does eel taste like water chicken?
No, eel tastes like fish.
It's more fishy.
Water chicken.
Most things that live and die in the ocean taste like fish.
All right.
What about
Still
shellfish?
octopus. It tastes like chicken.
Octopus is good. It's kind of chewy.
Octopus is tasty. I like octopus.
But
I always wanted
yes,
to try that grilled squid.
Sam, they take you into the waiting area.
So, sorry, I missed something here. Did Sam get caught, or did she get away? And
No,
get
remember
to-
she got at the end of the last session, Sam got essentially like led off by some what's servants that serve the prince.
Okay.
Which prince? Who knows? We have too many of them.
2 is too many.
Prince Lyndon.
These 2 that we know of. Are there more princes,
Okay,
or is that all
so-
the princes?
No, it's just the 2, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
enough to get confused.
Prince, the king,
Oh,
and
for
the
sure.
duke.
Yes, the prince, the king, and the duke is usually how we refer to them.
Yeah, that pretty much covers all of them. And
So the prince.
dag nasty evil queen, bitch, the bitch
Yes.
lich.
Yeah, gosh, dude.
But
Bitch Lich's brother.
APAB.
Not Bitch
All
Lich's
princes are bastards.
husband.
yes. So you
I mean, the Duke is Bitch Lich's husband's brother.
Yes.
We all into Game of Thrones weird familial.
Well, you
issues
know,
here.
when you're doing a story in a kingdom, usually politics and skullduggery end up as part of that.
And intrigue.
Hopefully there's
Bitch
intrigue.
Lich's husband's
It might not be
brother
that
is the
intriguing.
Duke,
I can't make any promises.
who
You
is in
should.
league with Bitch Lich's brother, who is then vying for control of these gems over the king, who is Bitch
Why don't we
Lich's
just topple the whole
husband.
government and install our own government?
Well, we could have done
could do
that,
that.
possibly.
Coup.
Still can.
But you, yes, so you find yourself in the waiting
Could
room
Coup de Grace
where you
this guy and then
found
just-
yourself plenty of times before. It doesn't take very long before the door opens and a familiar hand comes out to grab you and lead you inside.
Grab your hands.
Lorp.
Yep. So you slurp past the.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't AI generated a photo of this place yet.
God, I'm so
Shit,
tired.
you know what? I never even thought about that. I was gonna say, yeah, I've never found a map that like actually works for what this place looks like. There's not a lot of maps that just have a giant fucking tree in the center of them. But yeah, he leads you inside and he's like, yes, I got your message.
Tim goes, you lost track of time, didn't you?
No, responded as quickly as I could. Usually I send Simon to respond to those things, but he's off doing important Simon work, as he usually is. So I hear you have the final gem. Is that correct?
Sem pulls it out of the Pathfinder pouch. The real one, not the fake.
Yeah, his eyes kind of widen. He's like, ooh, yes, we finally have them all. We can finally, all right. He
what
holds
about
up his hand towards you.
King has.
He's like, we are going to discuss that in just a moment. May I?
Hang on. Let's roll this one. Holy shit.
Sense motive. All right, what exactly are you checking for here?
So, like, as he goes, we'll discuss that in just a moment. Does he seem honest about
he
that?
does seem excited to discuss it in just a, like, he's like, yes, we will discuss this in just a moment. For right now, please, if you would.
Does Sem sense a double cross happening?
Sem, you get the sense that he's very excited at the moment. You sense that he's usually pretty, like, sort of, like, most of the time when you interact with him, he's sort of, you know, sleepy and not very focused. He is very focused on what you've got at the moment, and he seems very focused on what is happening, which is not something that you are used to seeing from him. But yes, he seems excited, a little bit wide-eyed at the moment. Very much like, you know, not beating around the bush right now. Almost like, I wouldn't exactly say like trembling, but, you know, he's you know, kind of, ooh, you know, when someone's excited and they got just a little bit of a, like, almost vibration to him.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. Sem will hand him the gem.
Yes, thank you, Sem. He walks over to the artifact that you guys first handed to him and places the gem into it, and it glows.
That's 3 of the 4, right?
That is 3 of the 4 that are now sitting in there. He's like,
oh, is the word you're thinking of quivering, Shane?
yes, quivering. That's the word I was looking for. And he's like,
just putting your arrows away.
No. We need to discuss something really quickly. I need you to I need that 4th gem, and I think you can get it for me. I think you have just the correct tools to get under the only place that, as far as my intel has been able to tell me, the king has stashed the last gem inside of the Morton library, the Morton laboratory underneath the throne. And unfortunately, the king is the only one that is properly able to access it. But, you have just the tools needed. As a druid, as I understand it, you are quite adept at shaping and molding stone. Is that not correct?
Yes. Sem says hesitantly.
Well, if we can't get access to it the usual way, it seems like the best option is to simply make a door. What say you?
What's a door?
Knox would know what a door is. He's
Yeah, it's
picked
what's
plenty of
normally
them.
yes, it's normally what's attached to a lock. Knox.
Oh,
Sam,
I'm not here, am I?
I don't know really how to say this in character, but Sam would need a little bit more information to go on. Like,
Oh,
this whole time there's been like all of this uncertainty as to what it's been very sort of like the guards have been held very close to every party's chest for so long. So Sam needs to know like a little bit more specifics.
okay. Do you want to try doing a little bit of character in there?
Yeah, go for it, man.
I think Sam would say like, you know, I got to be honest, it's kind of been frustrating not knowing like who to work for.
Yes.
Like with the Duke, he's notoriously heavy-handed when, you know, his
Yes.
we'll call them associates fail him. The King's group of adventurers seem singularly posed to sort of force their will on people. So it's very difficult. Like, out of the lot of them, I think you're the only one that I explicitly trust.
So you're just
Simply
looking
because
for
of
a
the
little
information and
a little more information.
And-
Is that what I'm?
like what as far as you can understand, what is everyone's motives with this thing?
Sam, come with me for a moment, if you would. He leads you over to his table, and shows you kind of what he's been working on, and on it you see a map of the city. And he says, you're correct, I have not been entirely forthright with you.
Fourth Reich.
Shut up.
Forthcoming?
Forthcoming with you. So you have seen the Morton laboratory. You know what sort of things my family historically was involved with. What very, very few people are privileged to know is that the plots went much deeper even than that. The city itself is designed in such a way as to help with their plans. And you see he pulls down like a semi-transparent sheet upon which a magical circle has been written, and he lays it over the top of the city. Hey, Sappy, good to see you, bud.
That is Full Metal Alchemist shit.
Yeah, kinda.
So it has been the Morton family has been trying to create a lich for decades, centuries. It's honestly hard to tell. Generations, certainly. And one of the endgame plans involves this circle. And you can see that they're like the way that the streets and like shops, even some of the sewers are laid out, follow along this magical circle.
Right.
The plan, as far as I understand it, I had to piece together that which I didn't already know upon my homecoming, was as soon as a member of the Morton family was created, was to Well, a lich is not really much of anything without an undead horde behind them. And so this plan was devised in which the lives throughout this city could be turned into that undead horde. And I certainly did not grow up with those sorts of ideals, and I can only thank fate for taking me away from my throne for as long as it did, for that fact. And so I intend to use the power of the stones to destroy my sister and put the land back to its rightful state.
Okay. Good. Because that's what we all want. But where does the king fit into all of this?
I'm sorry. I don't spend much time outside of the tower here for obvious reasons, assassination attempts and what have you. So I am only guessing. I was not around when my sister and the king were married, unfortunately. But having spoken to many of the servants and, of course, the Duke, as you call him, Simon.
I like to call him Simone.
The king, I believe, was very much in love with my sister. Despite what she has become, she was a marvelous woman a marvelous girl growing up. I did look up to her myself back in those days. I believe that he intends to actually release her from her prison within the tower, despite what it would mean for the rest of the kingdom. Now, I can't say that is what would happen for certain, but from my own investigations, I do think that is his true motive.
Do you think they're... I mean, I can't imagine, someone who's been ruling the kingdom for this long would be willing to sacrifice all of the subjects needlessly. So do you think that the king thinks that the power held in these gemstones, if you will, are enough to reverse the process of becoming a lich? Do you think that's where his motivations lie?
Well, the king has plenty of learned scholars on his in his employ, not the least of which is the tiefling girl. What was her name again? Simon keeps me updated about these things. I do have so much trouble keeping the names in order. What was it?
I think it's
Teresa, or
I think it's I think it's Shelley.
Sounds close enough.
Oh yes, Shelley.
Yeah, that sounds close enough. But yes, her, the tiefling woman, she is very well read. He may be laboring under those delusions, but as far as I am aware, there are not any processes by which one can reverse becoming a lich. The process is such that one must fully remove their soul from their body and anchor it within a physical object. That is not a process that is easily reversed. Some theorize it entirely impossible.
So, destroy Lich good, release Lich bad.
I would certainly say so.
All right. Okay. What does the Duke play in all of this?
Well, the Duke,
he doesn't seem like the type to be not self-serving in some respect. Like, what does he get out of all this?
Well, it's Simon is a complicated man. I'm sure you would agree. You've been to Thornheim, correct?
I've returned.
Table talk speaking, have we?
Thornheim
Yes.
is the place that Simon,
Mrohy.
the Oromont family rules over.
Hmm.
It's where Simon and the king come from.
We met Simon's sister.
Right.
We schooled her in a lot of things. We prepped a suicide
Yes.
attempt, and we got fireballed.
Now,
out
tell me the
hell.
name of the town that Mrohy tried to genocide. Tell me
Yeah.
that one. Tell me the name of it.
That wasn't that one. That was, I don't know that
I
that
know.
town had a name. It was small enough.
That's Granola Town. I miss the granola guy. He was great.
So you have been to Thornheim, correct?
As a player, I don't remember it at
Yes,
all, but
You
I
have
guess,
been to, yes. Well, as once Simon's brother became king, Simon became the rightful heir to the throne of Thornheim. But Simon did not grow up learning the finer points of
Statecraft.
statecraft, political maneuvering, and what have you. He was
On
raised
Yurkitude?
to lead the armies to protect the state of Thornheim from all threats, foreign and domestic. And I must say, when it comes to rooting out threats and dealing with them in a, let's call it, efficient manner,
I'd have called it Pathic for sure.
Simon is quite good at what he does. He has no wish to take on the burdens of the throne. He would much rather pass that on to his sister. The other thing is that Thornheim was not always entirely ruled by a king. It was once ruled it always had a royal family, but it was also much of the decision making was also done through a council of many of the local guilds. However, once the family married into the royal family and was brought under Ballenwald, it had to follow the same structure as Ballenwald, and so the council was disbanded officially, and the title of king was given to Simon, although his sister has been doing quite a good job in his stead, from what I understand. So, Simon very much wants to see his brother dead or removed from the throne or whatever happens. Not so that he can ascend to it, so that he can watch over as his sister leads Thorenheim to further prosperity. He very much does enjoy what it is he does. And not something I've ever been too interested in, but he does give very thorough reports, I will tell you. Whew.
Sem's just staring glassy-eyed.
What?
The worst person to be explaining political stuff to, but you know, being the wizard of nature she is, I mean, undead is bad. It's one of the reasons why she didn't really bat an eye with the whole lighting an entire city's food stores on fire, because lots of that is sort of against nature. And there's a big undead portion there too.
Should I add undead portion to the band names list?
What would that even mean?
So who has a
I don't
shell
know.
phone on the party?
Aewen
It's
does.
It's a
Bernie
once
has
a day
cell
use,
phone for
unfortunately.
Teresa, right?
Aewen and Teresa, yeah.
Yep, it is a once a day use, unfortunately. And I do
Right.
believe they are paired.
Yeah.
Right.
You just call me.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. So there wouldn't be any way to just relay the basic information without going back.
Yeah.
And back and facing the music.
He's like, listen, if you do this for me, and he steps away from the table, comes back, and he lays something down. He's like, I promise you, I will show you. I can show you to Silrin. And you see in front of you, he fans out a stack of journals. Leather-bound journals that look like one that you currently have in your possession.
Sorry, I was reading the chat. What?
So he comes back and he says, if you get this final gem for me, I promise you I can lead you to Silrin. And
Right, and he shows.
he places on the table that you guys were standing at, and he fans out in front of you a stack of leather-bound journals that look just like one that you currently have in your possession.
Gasp.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So Sem would be skeptical. Be like, is he a prisoner? Why do you have these?
This is something that I came across when I was
Because that wouldn't be
trying
something
to
he would
find
just leave
information
behind.
about your master.
Well, not without good reason to do so.
Yeah. He's like, he hands you the top one. He's like, please, if you would like to, go ahead.
I think Sem would spend some time examining in them what what all information is held within.
Make me... Ooh, okay. So here's what I want from you. I think... I want a perception check to see first how quickly you read, and then I want just a flat intelligence check.
Brains check.
Okay. Good perception.
Ugh. Forget how to do flat.
You just go to the summary and then, or attributes, and then you click on the ability score. Not bad. Okay, so you grab one of these, you start reading through it.
29 perception, 15 intelligence.
And you like there's a lot there. Each one of these is like full, and your master was a half elf. Like, you know that the one that he had was pretty full and pretty thick because he'd been around for a while. Each one of these is just like that, full front and back, like the entire way. And you're just like flipping through pages. And the one thing that you finally come to realize, like, you immediately recognize this as your master's handwriting.
Yep.
But the one thing you finally come to realize is that these journals go back way too far. Like, no half-elf lives this long. Like, the dates that you're looking at are way back. Some you start seeing, like, decades and decades past, and then you start seeing some that are, like, hundreds of years in the past. Each one in the same handwriting.
He was a vampire.
A vampire druid would be quite ironic.
That's
and these are his vampire diaries.
Is Silrin a god? That would be so cool. That's nuts. Stem doesn't know what to think of that.
He's like, please.
Stem's kind of starting to spiral at this point. She's like, how they're like, this is outside the scope of even a half-elf's lifetime. But
there are some things that I know that I would be happy to share with you upon your return. I'm telling you, the only reason I'm doing this is
so cool.
Because time is of the essence. We need to get that last gemstone, and I think we can do it right now. One
more question, 2 more questions.
Okay. Yes, please, go ahead.
When we were down in the sewers, we noticed that there were a bunch of tree roots, and it wasn't anything that I have ever come across. Like, almost magical in nature. Do you know anything about that?
This
episode is called Exposition.
Schlorpen's over exposition.
I have done some work. Those tree roots are from the tree that you see within the tower here. It took some doing, but I have been attempting to disrupt and change how the magical circle around this city works. If the circle is not in place, even if the Lich came back, it wouldn't work how they would like it to. So I've been attempting to... This is the best of my abilities for me to extend my reach beyond this room, which this is, all I can do at the moment. I would love to go out there and change the streets and what have you myself, but unfortunately that option is not left open to me at the moment.
That makes sense. The second question is, you said we can go right now. Is the throne room empty? What sort of guards does he have?
I don't
And this
know.
is, bear in mind, again, table talk speaking, this is very uncharacteristic of Sem. She is, after what she just went through, she's being very careful.
I don't know, but I do believe I have something that can help you. How? It won't necessarily matter who's out there, who's guarding what, if nobody can see you doing it.
Does he hand Sem a ring of invisibility?
No, but he does offer. He's like, I have no small amount of magical ability myself. You see, he grabs like a wand from off the table. He's like, I would be happy to cast greater invisibility upon you.
I don't know about greater invisibility.
Just great.
That lasts rounds, I think.
I thought it was like regular invisibility, and then it lasted minutes.
You can make attacks without turning off invisibility. That's what greater invisibility does.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 round per level.
1 minute per level.
1 round for greater.
Ah, shit, I read it wrong. Well, fuck. All right, then we'll say he hands you a ring of invisibility because I fucked that
Ring
up.
of greater invisibility.
Nope.
Is that a thing?
He's the god. Shane is god of this world. He could absolutely make a ring of a greater invisibility.
Yeah, but does he really want you to have that?
You know what? He
I'm sure
hands
it has to
you
be
a
returned.
potion of greater invisibility, we'll say.
There you go.
At what caster level? How long does this?
You know what? Since it's a potion, let me go ahead and make a new roll here. It's gonna last you 15 rounds.
Holy shit!
That's a lot of rounds.
You know how lethal I could be with a potion of greater invisibility that lasts 15 rounds?
That's
I
what.
could topple
15
kingdoms
minutes?
with that.
It depends if Aewen's nearby.
It's true.
It's what, 15 minutes?
She could take you down.
So 15 rounds is
Good
going
try.
to last you just over 2 minutes.
Oh, right. 6
All right.
seconds.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Actually, just below. It's going to be a minute and a half.
Right. 1.5. Hey, that's all well and good for getting in. How do I get back out?
Oh. Well, I very much believe that will be up to you, unfortunately. I am kind of leaving this in your hands, but I have the utmost confidence in you. I very much do have the utmost confidence in you. I know
Oh,
that you...
God.
I've learned much about your master. And knowing who has taught you, I feel confident in placing this task in your hands.
Okay, how Soon do you need this by? I kind of left my
I
friend
would
stranded in the frozen
prefer.
tundra.
I need you to go now. And the fact that I need you to sneak in, it's going to be easier to do this yourself than it will be doing this with other people, mucking about.
Yes, solo adventure continues.
Watching an ad for Applebee's.
Here's part of this is Sam
bag.
hasn't gotten a whole lot of story development on her personal story because it been saving it for now. So
Kinda hinges on all of it.
It's very interesting. I'm enjoying it.
okay.
That's super cool.
So
Again, table talk, player speaking. It's nuts. Like
Sam, he's like, okay, good. So you'll be fine in this area of the castle. From there, you are going to need to sneak your way in. So after you leave here, whatever it is you need to do to make yourself, as silent as possible.
Does he have a ring of invisibility to make stealth checks easier?
He does not. He's not a magic item store.
He's not an artificer. He ain't treat.
Should have asked Knox for his.
He ain't treat.
You really think Knox would let you have
Suppose I
it?
still could. How many walk the lines charges do I have left?
Walk the lines charges.
That's what it is. We used what? One to get everyone to the. Because we long rested, right? And then we
Mhm.
used one to get everyone to the. So I'm down to 4 out of 6.
It's up to you. How do you want to do it?
And we already know that this tree does not allow us to walk the lines from because it's in a different plane. Even though
Yes.
they're roots in the real world, so to speak.
Yeah, you guys aren't sure how that whole thing is working. Like the fact that this tree is in a different plane and the roots are extending into a real world is an order of magic fuckery that you guys have no clue how that is
That tree's a
happening.
planeswalker.
And I only have one wild shape left.
Hey, see you, Sappy. Have a good night, bud.
Have a good one. Spells do I have left? I do have
What
a
are you
stone
rolling
shape
knowledge
prepared.
local
That's
for?
good.
I'm gonna find the local yokel who's making moonshine.
Local yokel.
We have our own little quest we're going to go on.
Yeah, I see that going on in the chat. I'll have to read through that later.
What animals do they have up there? Is it yak?
What do
Maybe
I roll for a
fermented yak
booze
milk.
check?
Ooh.
Probably not.
All right, some of these are pretty good. I might end up going with one of these, actually.
Oh, those trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a bunch of them.
Oh,
I said
yeah,
fantasy laboratory for them, and then I just said regular laboratory for some of them. I kind of like the dragon tree one if it didn't have all the other stuff flying around it, because it really looks mythical.
Yeah, they're neat.
I kind of like the last one too.
I think probably my favorite ones are the first and the third one.
First and third. The first one's nice because it's so cluttered and stuff.
Yeah.
The third one, that's one I really like too. That was one of my favorites. That's like headcanon wise, that looks the closest in my mind.
That was what I was thinking too. I'm glad that we were kind of on the same page for that.
Yeah, it's pretty close, the third one. Justin, you should post those.
Sure.
That last one is pretty cool too.
The last one is pretty cool.
So, Aaron, here's my question for you real quick.
Yeah.
Do you want a second to think on how you're
let's go back to what those guys are doing.
All right. That
Give them
being
some
the case,
exposition here.
Second to last one kind of works too.
Go.
It feels like a pocket dimension.
For something a little bit more upbeat, I guess.
Something a little lighter.
Don't
do that, Justin.
So, that's why is that frozen trail? I don't like that.
Treasure trail? What?
Booze.
So, what have you guys been up to?
Well, we played some dagger tossing. We played some liar's dice. And then we yelled at each other about how dumb Sem is sometimes. And then
and
is Aewen still like
Sem, or what was going on?
Are Aewen and Mrohy still hanging out with New Talk? Just like
we're both just kind of grumpy because you left us in a cold place instead of leaving us in the forest with Gopi. The timing of it all.
We needed habs.
Is there an existence beyond the fire?
Listen, that wasn't a conscious thought. Art. That was more of we
that was
need to
not
make
a
sure
priority on Sem's part.
And Mrohy and Aewen are growing closer together.
Ew.
Yeah, right.
So, you guys are looking for some booze at the moment, huh?
Yep.
Well, let's see.
Bernie can't get drunk.
Knowledge local.
It's real hard.
Knowledge local.
He's just got a really high fortitude save.
So, 13 I don't think is
about.
probably going to be able to do it. You do know, like I said, that there's booze in the meeting hall here, but most of that is just going to be like your standard ale or even like mead wine, that sort of stuff.
Are there guys drinking there now?
No, it's the middle of a work day. Nobody's drinking in the middle of the day.
Not even that guy, that one guy who's always drinking in the middle of the day?
They got fish to catch, man.
No, that guy probably has a hip flask.
Oh. That guy died of liver failure 2 years ago. Okay.
I was going to say, there's one guy you know who knows all the guys.
That guy slipped through the ice.
I guess we know Habs. And Habs is talking to everyone because everyone loves him.
Habs does have a tendency to know guys.
Yeah, everybody does love Habs. That is true.
Is there like always 50 people around Hab? Is he constantly surrounded by paparazzi, essentially?
Anytime he spends a lot of his time in Suluk's house, because anytime he leaves, people tend to crowd around him a lot.
Who's the one guy we know around here that knows everyone? I feel like everyone would know everyone.
Actually, probably everyone does know everyone.
All right, first person I bump into.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, the first person you bump into, kind of an older gentleman. Seems like he's probably very much an older gentleman. It seems like he's out of like fishing age. It looks like he's been like he's over here helping to take care of like some of the livestock and some of the gardens and whatnot.
All right, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna be like, "Hello, sir. My name is Knox, and you are."
Huh? What do you want?
He's not gonna give me a name.
I don't give my name out to any Tom, Dick, or Harry who passes me on the street. Especially because
for the
that's
local
not names
drunk.
we use here.
It's a wild name. I've never heard of a man named Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Dick or Harry? I hardly know her.
Oh, shut up, Shane.
All right, I'm looking for the local drunk. Can you point me in the right direction?
Well, of course I know. It's me.
Well, I mean, we've got the stores in the meeting house, but that's
I'm
mostly
looking for the guy
community use.
who's built up so much of a tolerance that he needs to make harder stuff. Where's that guy? There's always one.
I mean, you asking me to... That's kind of privileged information, friend. I don't like to gossip or nothing. It's not the way that we do things up here.
Let me check something.
So tell me, how do you do things up here? What are you looking for? Information?
What if I gave you a gold? 1 gold.
$1 gold.
Well, maybe there's something we can do for you.
Isn't 1 gold like $20, dude? Like, come on.
How about
more than that? I believe.
I wonder how much metal currency they really use up here, though.
True.
I could use some help with the animals, actually. I need you to get them. I need you to get them fed and get them corralled up. And then I need you. Some of them need milking.
And Brody puts his sword away.
Knox is already walking away.
Oh, what are you, a coward? You scared of some goats? Is that what this is?
No, you're asking too much.
Too much.
I'm trying to get
I
drunk
mean, you
now.
half smell like a
2 days
stable
from now.
right now, anyways, son.
How dare
God, I swear, if he goes, some of those animals need milking, and they come around the corner, and he's just chilling in one of the stable stalls. I'm one of the animals. Milk me. I have nipples. Can you milk me?
All right.
All right. New Olympics here, Knox. How about a milking contest?
Well, first you need to get them fed. So, Grain's over there. Go grab him. Well, it'll be timing you. He like sits down on a barrel, sticks his like cane under him. He's like, "All right, let's get it done."
Man, yeah. I need to go to this guy for dating advice. First you feed him, then you milk him.
Knox
he
begrudgingly doing this.
Yeah, he like points you over here.
I just canceled myself.
There's like some hay and stuff that's being stored. So give me like a strength check. Unfortunately, there's no athletics check in this version. But
not really. Yeah, I was looking for something like that. Yeah, that's kind of a big thing to be missing.
I think athletics is also called disable device.
Unfortunately not.
Oh no! I rolled really low.
Where's the thing?
Attributes.
Oh, yeah, you want to go to attributes, and then...
I don't even see attributes. Do I have to like click on my... Okay, I see. Strength roll?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
So Bernie's a pretty beefy dude. Unfortunately, Knox is also like 6'5", I want to say, 6'6".
He's up there.
That's a lot of half.
And when it comes to just moving shit, like just moving shit from place to place, it's hard to beat just having the extra weight and leverage behind you. Like Bernie is there, sort of like
Birdie's 5'10".
yeah, like grabbing stuff, kind of doing the little waddle walk. Knox has got like one over his shoulder, one underneath his arm, and he's just kind of like
annoyed by it.
Yeah, and walking past Bernie, like, listen.
I'm just chucking him. Like,
yeah, he's just like, he's looking at you like you're just sitting here gold bricking the entire time.
I'm literally half-assed just chucking him. It's like nothing to me. I'm like, you happy, old man?
It's like, well, at least you can put in some work ethic, unlike this one over here.
I can't see my height. I know I put it in somewhere.
He's like, all right. Well, you got him fed.
Is there?
I'm 6'9".
Is there a tree in the throne room?
No, there's no tree in the throne room. You've seen it. It's basically just a big stone room with just the throne in there and like some pillars.
No plants of any kind?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Just be a bug. Or go find help.
At least it's keeping me warm, doing some hard work.
So, the next thing is... Alright, well...
I could be drinking right now.
Well...
Stupid Bernie makes me do hard work with the stupid old man.
Next thing I need you to do is I need you to milk these little ladies over here. Easiest time to do is when they're eating. They're occupied, so they're less likely to kick and do and whatnot. So grab yourself a bucket and a stool.
Grab a bucket and a mop for this.
Some say milking a cow is a lot like unlocking a
These
door.
are goats.
Some say milking a goat is a lot like disabling devices.
Yeah, some would say that.
And I will say that this is going to be a sleight of hand check. There is a very sort of like particular finger movement that you've got to do.
Okay. Boy, rolling dog shit
That
today.
almost wanted to be a 20.
Oh.
I'd like to use my hero point for the day.
Are you going to use your hero point?
Yes.
I'm milking goats.
Jesus Christ. Every time. That happens to me every time. I don't know why I ever use a hero point. Every time I do, I just roll 2 nat ones in a row.
Yeah. Knox is, I think, still protesting doing this whole thing. And, like...
100%. Screw this.
Despite him being pissed off and not wanting to do it, he cannot hide the fact that he's just really good with his hands. He's just like...
Fine, I'll do it. I'm not happy about it.
Just sitting there like a sulky teenager, but still doing like
100%.
a pretty damn good job. Bernie like takes a little bit, like a second to like warm up, and he's like, but I imagine he's been around before. He's probably milked some goats or some cows before.
You seem like
on like his travels.
Any numbers passes.
I don't know.
You know. I just wanted to be
I would
the
say
goat milking
not
god.
a lot of experience to this kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's a
he
city
gets pretty
boy.
good, like, yeah, he
Grew up
still
city
gets
boy.
there.
both
Like he's
kinda
like
are.
he gets into the rhythm. He kind of like watches over Knox's shoulder. It takes you guys. It does take a little while, but yeah, you get them all milked. You each get like a nice little bucket of milk that you hand off to.
I got a nat one because
the
I'm
old
already
man.
drinking.
You see,
I'm
he
already
like
taking hits from my
he
flask.
dunks in like a little cup, and he's like, it's good when it's still warm. And you see like steam just rising off of the milk mustache that he's got going at the moment. This
Knox
old
hugs his
man's a
flask
weirdo,
a
is
little
what I'm trying to say.
Knox holds his flask a little tighter.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Yeah.
All right, well, now you need to get these little bastards back in their pen. So, usually I have to run and get the dog to do it, but you do it this time. Scare him in there. Do whatever you gotta do.
You calling me a dog, old man?
Give him a
All right, Bernie grabs the empty milk bucket after they emptied it wherever it is to go, and then he goes. "Duck, duck, 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 duck."
Oh yeah, Bernie's into it now. Bernie's like, oh, I get to scare tiny animals. I'm a psychopath. This is up my alley.
Knox is just going,
Knox,
and it's
Knox
working
like
because I'm half-orc.
Yeah, Knox just kind of like follows behind it. Whenever one of them kind of like breaks off, he's like, nah! No, you know what Knox does? Whenever one of them breaks off, he just throws a dagger at its feet. And then like walks by and picks it up.
Stupid goats.
He's like, all right, well, not the worst day's work I've ever seen. And I'm a man of my word. So I suppose I can give you a name of someone that can help you out with trying to find some hooch. That is what you're looking for, right?
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
And you're talking like the strongest shit in town. That's what we're looking for.
They're down south in the Chattahoochee.
A locked door is not a problem if it comes up.
Well, the guy you're looking for is Patuk-tuk. It's me!
I know.
He does sound like a Patuk-tuk. That's for sure.
It's me!
I told you, Bernie. I told you I always know who did it.
You see, he stands up off of the barrel that he's been sitting on, and he turns it around, and there is, in fact, a little like
there's 3 X's
crossbones.
on it.
Well, yeah, there are 3 X's on
Spigot.
it, and there is also a tap on there. And you see he opens it up and he pours just a little, just a little sort of like tin mug sort of thing for you guys. And he's like, give that a try. I distilled it from 100% pure fish.
God.
Fish? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That shit's gonna reek.
100% pure fish. I suppose it doesn't get much purer than just a straight fish, huh?
I love how
I don't know why I'm
MMO
surprised.
fucking quest this guy is. Like you have to herd sheep, right? And then the reward is I was sitting on it the whole time. He just turns it around. This shit's fucking great.
Have my butt
God
fish
damn it.
liquor.
Are you gonna
I'm kinda
try it or am I
curious.
drinking it?
Bernie?
Would you like to try the butt fish liquor?
This is our reward, hey? I know there was I tried a wine once, fish eye. Need to taste something like that.
Here you go. So you grab it, kinda. It's like this weird sort of pinkish, brownish color. And it almost, you're not sure, but there may be chunks in there.
Ah! Oh, no.
You kind of bring it to your face a little bit, and you give it a sniff. It does have a fishy smell to it, but it's hard to tell because it is vastly being overpowered by the smell of what is essentially fucking rocket fuel.
Kerosene.
It turns
It's
out.
it basically
oil.
smells like pure kerosene. And
This is how they power those cars in that one world we were in.
If anything's gonna get me buzzed,
I just stole it from
I think it will be this.
Pure grade
down the
fish.
hitch.
Give me a fortitude save.
All right, here we go, baby.
30. Okay, you drink it back, and you're just like, poison. Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
I lift up my flask and ask
you can
him
immediately
if he wants
feel
to
it
chase
going
her.
to work. You're like, oh.
Did it give me the buzz I always needed?
Yes, yes.
Bernie
What were
doesn't
you
get
saying?
buzzed ever. Like hardly. He usually doesn't get like touched from it because he's got he's so fortuitous, you know.
Yeah. But Sawyer, what were you saying?
I lift my flask up to Bernie and say, "You need a chaser?" My flask of booze. That's already booze.
Hold on. One more.
No, I get a turn.
Like, yeah, not many people go in for seconds, but here you go. And then you see he grabs two of them, and he's like, "Yeah, bottoms up," and he clinks with the two of yours, and he's like, "Oh."
It's ready.
Does that fire resistance help me at all?
I was gonna say, does fire resistance help?
No, unfortunately not. Was it Knox? I'm gonna give you a choice. Would you rather keep it down and immediately pass out, or would you rather just start projectile vomiting everywhere?
I'll pass out. I'll just
Knox,
conk out.
yeah, you. And like I said, this thing is like pure kerosene. Like it just. The fire resistance does actually help a little bit because it feels like you're drinking acid. It burns so much on the way down. You're just like, oh.
And right before I pass out, I'm like, I've had worse, and then I pass out.
Bernie, yeah, you managed to stay up, but you are drunker than you've been in a long time.
Damn straight. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Knox, you want some more of this? Hey, get up. What are you doing?
He's like, yeah, not a whole lot of people usually join me in drinking fish liquor, but yeah, I'm trying to tell you, you're one that got some hair on your chest.
Try some of this. Hey, Alabaster. He just grabs him right by the scruff and just lifts him right out.
Let me go. Let me go, you feet.
I know you look kind of like fish. If you'd ever like booze, this
Alabaster
is
casts gaseous form and flies away.
Hey, go.
Yeah, Alabaster is like.
Alabaster doesn't want to drink the fish juice. He's a cat.
Alabaster is like. Well, it's fermented fish, number one. And number two, I think if I ingest any small part of that, it will not only kill me, but it will unmake me, seeing as how I think that substance's existence is a sin, and I am a celestial being.
And if it doesn't unmake me, I will likely do it myself.
Well, I'm glad I ain't any more godly than I already am in that case. Yeah, missing out.
You know, it had a sweet taste to it, though, just a little bit.
Nothing but the pure sweet fat of the hog.
He's like, that's the goat's milk! Mm.
Now I have projectile vomit.
Really brings out the fish odor.
Are you unconscious?
That's the part that tips you over, huh?
Yeah, that was the chunks. The goat's milk had curdled a little bit in there.
I was following fish liquor.
That's fine. The liquor burns out all the bad stuff.
I imagine it's real hard to not curdle this shit.
Yeah, the kernels are the best part. There's not enough. There's not enough alcohol out there that you can chew. Mm.
What's this guy's name?
His name is
Patuk-tuk. Patuk-tuk, that's what it was.
Patuk-tuk? Patuk-tuk.
Patuk-tuk.
You're looking for Patuk-tuk.
All right, there's another application for your
I've been looking and looking.
Shane.
There's no one has ever made
alcohol
like this ever in existence.
There's no such thing as fish liquor.
I guess not. There's liquor. There's liquor that you drink with fish.
Well, yeah. Well, fermented fish is just systroming. Like.
Speaking of which, I kind of want another beer. I think it'll help me get in character.
Well, having gone through that, Aaron, do you feel like you're ready for your fucking Metal Gear Solid solo sneaking mission?
Metal Gear Sam?
Metal Gear Sam solo sneaking mission, yes.
Would it be Wooden Gear Sam? Or Fireball Gear Sam? Is she small boss?
Probably.
Bitch, I might be.
Remember what small boss taught you about CQC.
Can I get
Are you ready?
Second potion of invisibility. One in, one out.
God, I imagine when those guys return from their fish odor nonsense, Aewen's just like, "Hey guys, where have you? Oh, God, what is that?
How small of an
smell?"
animal can you be?
Diminutive. But they're looking. They know Sem. So the problem is they know Sem can turn into that stuff. So it's. Yeah.
This is true.
But if you're a literal fly, it's kind of hard to just.
Yeah, but it's not hard to find a magic fly when you have detect magic up.
What if you summon other flies?
It's a supernatural ability. It doesn't show up on detect magic.
Oh.
Or just a different animal.
Someone just have to take off all of her
Summon
magic
a different
items.
animal.
You don't have to take off your armor. Actually, your armor, you can choose to have it meld into your body instead of giving you the armor bonus.
The AC bonus, right? Hmm. Hey.
They give you a good distraction idea.
You do happy old Eskimo.
I don't think I can.
Just
I don't think
Claus.
I can summon nature's ally.
Oh,
I think that's
not
something
if you
that
don't
I
have it
couldn't
prepared.
do.
You gave up being able to spontaneously cast that for healing spells.
Right.
Which has been worth it.
Oops.
Oh yeah. We theater of the minding this then, I guess, or
For right now, we are going through the castle. We're going to theater of the mind. It.
Okay, can Sem get some assistance to getting to the throne room? I don't know if she knows how to get there.
Not Simon.
Lyndon.
Lyndon, yes. Yes, the prince would definitely have a map of the castle, and he would be able to point out the route that you would want to take.
You're good at finding your way
less
around.
traveled, so to speak.
You get survival.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's one of the problems we had.
Yeah, nobody took
sessions.
survival. That's why you guys had to hire that crunchy ass
Guide.
class that Thomas is in the other game.
Ranger?
Ranger. Ugh. You remember him? He was all like, "What's up, brah?"
Chaz.
It was something like that. Yeah, that was around the time that Mrohy tried to murder that merc that whole town.
Hey, it's Chase. His name was Chase.
Chaz.
I saw that.
Chase.
Fucking Chaz.
So, are you ready?
So the two Hedonites were Bryce and what?
The two what knights?
The Hedonites. They're worshippers of whatever. They're basically man sluts. Remember?
Oh
one was named
Christ!
Bryce,
Those
and
were those. I think it was like Braden and Jaden or something like that.
No, one of them was definitely like Bryce.
It's Bryce.
Bryce, but really?
Cha.
Like calling Joe Dierte Bryce. One of them was definitely Bryce because I started calling people that and they're like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, those were two very much throwaway characters that I did enjoy doing.
You underestimate.
They would only. I do remember the one thing I remember about them is that they would only talk to you if they were like in a doorway, like leaning on it seductively, or like draped over a chair or something.
Right.
God, it was hot.
They were basically JoJo posing, but in a sex way.
They were voguing.
JoJo posing is in the sex way all the time.
All right. Let's turn
There's a song title for you, JoJo posing in the sex way.
Animal.
What kind of animal are you thinking?
I don't know. Is the throne room, does it have open windows?
No, unfortunately.
Like an interior room.
Yes, it's an interior. It's, it needs to be well guarded and whatnot. If you do, well, depending on how small you become, if you go very small, may not be an issue. If you're not small enough, you may have some trouble with doors. Yeah.
I mean, you just have to grab the thing, meld it into your body, and fly away, right? And if you're a fly, you go under all the doors.
How small can you get? You can go tiny, right?
So, okay. El-Anon is under house arrest by the Duke, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But nobody's keeping tabs on El-Anon, are they?
Oh, there are definitely people keeping tabs on El-Anon.
Yeah, but it's not the King's men that
Yeah,
are
they
keeping
go.
tabs on. We had to go into the kitchens, remember? Hab and I went. We literally bumblefucked our way through that.
Yes, I do remember that.
No.
To find Simon's room.
Dude Fuego, or whatever his name.
Dude Inferno.
It was Dude Inferno, you are correct.
Dude Inferno.
It is one of the raddest names we've had.
By far.
Inferno.
Because it rolls off the tongue so nice, too. Dude Inferno.
It really does.
Guy's gangster.
That is one of the names I am more proud of.
How close is this tower to the throne room? Like, would it be would Sem be better served to have El-Anon assist?
It's not that far. It is just sort of like down some hallways.
Well, an El-Anon can move pretty much freely throughout the.
El-Anon is essentially confined to his room.
Ugh. El-Anon is here.
El-Anon is Metal Gear.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be tricky for him to help out.
Drinking beer.
Does have the Hat of Disguise.
He gave that away.
Oh. Same.
Who did he give that to?
Baby Driver.
Bernie, I think.
Shit, that's right. Yeah, so he could make a getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Baby Driver!
We love ourselves.
I see you made the old fish liquor man.
Yes.
Oh my
It's
God.
me.
Either someone
We might be cooking outside.
I mean, you literally did the. Well, of course I know him. He's me.
Fish liquor.
Yeah.
I like the second to last one.
I was also thinking that, yes.
Okay. Shit. Well, I guess just gotta go to it.
Go for it, man.
All right, what are you doing here? How are you sneaking?
Well, first I'm gonna ask if there are any like servant tunnels that aren't really used by.
He
Not
tells you,
tunnels really, but corridors, I guess.
Yes, there are servant corridors. They are a little bit more twisty. There's going to be some more turns and everything. If you feel like that is, I know you were concerned about getting lost. Do you feel comfortable going that way?
I had a guide.
What
happened to those nice? What happened to those nice young ladies that led me here?
You know what? That is a very good point. You see he writes on a piece of paper. You see that there is like he grabs like some old like plates and trays and stuff from a meal that he has eaten an indeterminate amount of time ago. Let's be quite honest here. And he's like, okay. He pulls up like the little tray topper thing, and he's like, I don't know how small you can actually get. Would you be able to fit under here?
I have one wild shape ability and wild shape shift left. So, but the problem with that is I'd have to shape shift in order to take the potion. Which, if a servant can get me in the throne room, I should be able to get, because we've been into the labs before, right? Under the throne.
Yes, you do know where they are.
Oh god, but there's all kinds of undead shit down there. Oh my god.
Oh, there was. Oh, this is more now. They've been working on it, I think. They've been working on sanctifying the place a bit.
So, Simon thinks for a second.
Or so we were told.
Like, well, you wouldn't be able to undo the potion yourself, but I could add an addendum. I could place the potion on the tray with you, and have the servant open it for you, and then you could drink it from there at your leisure.
Yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, he adds a little thing to the note. He's just like, I've given them directions to take the tray to the, well, I can get you fairly close to the throne room. He kind of shows you on the map where you're going to need to go from there. It's like, from there, you should be good to go. Just need to, I can't get them to get you into the throne room. Will you be able to be,
the doors wood or stone?
The doors leading in are wood. So, it is heavy wood. But I think you should be all right.
All the doors leading in are wood. Is there only just the main door?
There is the main door, and then there is the door that leads to the king's quarters that comes off of there as well.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'll be able to get in. I have wood shape.
So yes, basically
unless there's like a crack in the door that bug Sem could go underneath.
Sized crack.
So essentially, she's going to place the tray down in like an adjoining room. He's like, now here's my question. If you were, say, do you want me? I can do one of two things. We can either I can either have her pull the stopper for you when you get there. If you think you can make it within within 90 seconds, make it in there and out in 90 seconds. That is good. Otherwise, what I can do is I can put a wax stopper on there. It's not going to be as secure, but you should be able to, if you're a rat, chew through it with relative ease, or as a bug, or what have you.
Because yeah, that's my question: is what's going to be harder, getting in or getting out?
Not for me to say.
Is Knox drunk enough to have his booze spirit be with Sem during this journey?
Maybe in his head.
Yes. Yeah.
He's an out of boosty experience.
Okay, yeah. So I guess can I knowledge relationship? Can I channel my inner Knox
unfortunately
and
not.
get some insight as to what's going to be easier?
Yeah.
Can I use booze spirit rolls to assist?
But that doesn't mean you get to communicate across the plains and whatnot.
I just want assist rolls. You know, a +1 here and there.
I guess we'll see what happens.
If there's anything I know about Knox, he's always with us in spirit.
Okay. Oh,
unfortunately, I mean, that's okay. Now, you know who you really want with you there in spirit? Jeff. Jeff's the guy that gets shit done.
That's the guy.
Jeff. Yeah.
Jeff's too busy to answer prayers.
And he's a good guy. He'll take the fall for anyone.
Jeff. Okay. Wild shape shift is it a number of rounds per? It's rounds equal to your druid level. So
yeah, they don't
minute.
have to be consecutive.
Right. Oh no, it's once per wild shape shift. So I can go up to 60 seconds. Shifting from animal and back are free actions. So I'd be able to, once I locate the gem, I'd be able to shift to gnome form, grab the gem, put it in the Pathfinder pouch, drink the potion, and then leave. But
that is one way to do it.
I think securing the exit would be more valuable than securing the entrance. Because I can't imagine that there isn't an alarm spell watching this thing, so. I think that's what we'll do.
Okay. So, you head out. He puts the plan into motion. So, are you just going? You're going to keep the potion that he gave you stoppered the way it was?
I say we'll do a wax stopper just in case.
Okay.
Make it easy. Make it easier to open.
Just be careful. If you shake it around too much, it may come undone, although if you keep it in like your Pathfinder pouch, should not be an issue. You won't have to worry about jostling it or anything.
Dimensional spaces.
Yes.
Yeah. All
right. So,
oh, she's gonna ask, what animal would you say is common in a standard throne room?
Oh, I mean, not often common in the throne room, although, you know, it is a castle. It's a city. Rats, as much as we try to keep them away, do tend to make their way into plenty of different places. We do get insects in here from time to time. Not unheard of to any number of insects. How small can you get? Or I guess I'm not sure what your
I would tell him all of the things that he's been. I think maybe a spider might be a good option, because then you can.
Spider might do it. Hell, why not go even more frightening and do terrifying centipede or something.
I'm like a
Well,
spider
the issue there is I want to be able to fly out.
Yes, those flying
know.
spiders. I understand.
Yes, those flying centipedes. So many legs.
Fly speeds are much better.
There is actually a species of flying spider, and it terrifies my dreams.
They glide.
Hey, thanks, Satan.
You're welcome, Shane.
Okay, so what are you turning into? We gotta get it going, bud. Down to the wire here.
What kind of diminutive flying bug can I be? One of those.
I would say... What's one of the larger flying bugs that you could be? I would say like a beetle, maybe? Or like a rhinoceros beetle? That's probably about diminutive, right?
Rhino beetles are cool.
Or can you think of any other insects around that size? That's the first one and only one that has come. You could be one of those giant, disgusting flying cockroaches.
Madagascar
no.
hissing cockroach.
There's no way.
No?
Locust wouldn't be bad. They tend to be able to fly for a long ways.
You could be a locust, yeah. I'd say that's a good one.
Are locusts common in the area? Or a version of it?
No, but
Maybe a cicada?
Well, locusts aren't all that common because
Bumblebee.
Because they're just grasshoppers that have gone through mutation, and if you find one locust, usually there are 1,000. And seeing as how the populace isn't starving, don't think that there's a locust infestation this year.
I always found it so fascinating how locusts are. It's
They're
just
from
like
mutation?
grasshoppers that go.
Locusts and grasshoppers are the same thing.
But they just go, oh well, time to eat everything in
Oh,
sight.
you know what?
Oh,
We're
time to fuck
swarms
stuff
now.
up.
That's just the plague name.
And then Australians with lawnmowers kill a bunch of them.
It's a behavioral thing.
It's very interesting. Never heard of that.
About like
It's fascinating.
some type of small bird, maybe too. A common
Small
bird
birds.
from the area, might
Like a
help.
grackle.
I was thinking more like a house finch or a sparrow.
Or
That would work.
robin.
Yeah,
Grackles
let's do
are
that.
Okay.
I'll be under the cup.
Oh, so robin.
So yeah,
Tweet.
puts you on the little like tray topper thing over you, sends you you see that he like places it down on the ground. Ring, rings a little bell, closes the door behind him. Short time later,
like you're looking on the other side and all you see is just two hands in a tray come out of this black inky blackness and then goes back in and then one hand comes out with the bell and ding ding.
yes, you see
That's
two
pretty
hands
great.
come out of the Black Angus Black Burger.
Yep.
What's on
Typewriter
it?
ribbons.
Typewriter ribbons.
Darn.
So yeah, you hear whoever's there like open up the note that was left on there, and he's like, honestly, I don't understand what the prince is doing most of the time. All right, well, I'll take his dirty dishes to whatever. Picks up the tray and starts carting you around. You hear like hustle. Oh, what were you saying?
It's taking everything in Sem to not mess with this servant.
Oh, speaking of which, just for funsies, give me a stealth roll to see how quiet you're keeping underneath the tray. Pretty damn quiet, Jesus Christ! All right.
I could not have gotten. I could have only gotten better on a 20.
So yes, she takes the tray, plops it down.
I shouldn't have the armor check penalty because I'm not using it. So it would actually be 43.
Yes. And you know what? While we're here, give me a perception check.
What do your sparrow eyes see?
Ooh. So as someone is as this lady is crossing a hallway, you hear sort of nothing to report. Well, keep looking. She's got to be around here somewhere. Give me another lap. All right. I'm not sure we'll find her though. You hear Teresa and John, I want to say his name is Peter. Fuck. Yeah, you hear Teresa and Peter talking to each other as you pass by them through the hallway.
Oh God.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long since you've gone missing. Long enough to have a conversation and do some planning, but not too terribly long.
Like
but
maybe
yes,
an hour.
You feel the tray get set down, and then with your perception skill check, you hear.
Or walk off. Okay, and so I do know which direction, like which adjoining room it would be in, and which direction.
Yes, you know exactly where you're going from here.
Okay, so we'll do that.
All right. So,
we're gonna head toward the objective.
Okay. So you poke your head. The instructions were. I imagine that you would have told the prince to leave the door ajar so that you could get out. So, because you were very concerned about doors there. So yes, the door is just slightly ajar, and you poke your little bird head out. Kind of look around. You do see like guards and stuff posted up, but they're, full face mask, full armor guards, like royal guards at the moment. And you see they're just kind of like standing
there.
Yeah, they're standing there at the moment. It takes a little while for them to like move along and do their rounds and come back, so it does look like they kind of have like a little bit of a sweep patrol thing going on. Like they kind of go down to the ends of the hall and come back to the front of the throne room and do that sort of thing.
The royale guards with cheese.
What rolls do I need to try to stay in their blind spot? Would it be
that would be a stealth roll?
Would it be perception? Would it be perception boosted stealth, or would it be stealth boosted perception?
I would say that you could make a perception roll followed by a stealth roll to figure out where their blind spot is, and then move accordingly.
Okay, perception first.
35.
Then stealth.
Ooh.
Well, 26.
Oh, that's right. Because you don't have the -3 from your
check. Yeah.
If you want to do that, you can just go into your inventory to your thing and uncheck where it says equipped. So now when you roll skills like stealth,
This is a test.
Oh no, it's still, for whatever reason, says you have the armor check penalty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Damn,
that's
dude,
just a test roll. Oh man, I wish I could take that.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We'll figure that out later if we have to. Okay. So, you are able to And with the +2 that you got from the what do you call it? The perception check. Let's see how you do. Well, that nat 1 is certainly not going to do it. These guys are really not expecting to see anyone.
Well, not expecting to be concerned about a bird at the very least.
Yes. So yeah, you're able to just sort of like hop right underneath their feet. You're not even like flying. You're just doing that little birdie hop.
I never trust a pigeon that walks away from me. That's a government.
No, it's not the pigeon walk
bird.
where he's doing like the head thing. He's doing the small bird thing where they just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I never trust a bird that walks away. That bird's a drone.
Birds aren't real, anyways. Birds are a government psyop.
Reagan killed
like
all
that,
the birds and replaced them with drones.
I imagine Sem is doing the walk like that one duck in that meme where it's just like his head is all bobbing like back and forth, all stupid.
Like that?
Yeah. That.
So
yeah, I'm a bird.
You're able to get to the door fairly easily.
So they see me, but they're like, "That bird's acting whack. I'm not going near it. It has a
that
disease."
bird's whack with poo brain.
Ah, you bastard! You beat me to it. Son of a bitch.
So am I at the throne?
No, you're at the door. You do still have to get into the door.
Oh shit.
What's
the
the
door's
door
not
made
left
of?
open, right?
The door is made of wood.
Solid
made
wood.
of door.
Yeah, it's banded wood. So I mean, it's like big strip of wood with like bands of metal around it.
Shit. No fair. Sam gets to see the Doors play live. It's banded
No,
wood.
because Jim Morrison has been dead forever.
Yeah, but you said it's banded wood. It's the...
You could cast a shape wood spell.
Yeah, but I'm curious if I can silent cast that.
You just have to speak it in a loud enough, like in a sort of like we're speaking right now. You don't have to scream it. So you could wait until the guards go down to the other end of the
Okay. So it's a meta magic feat, which it's a whole thing.
If you're gonna use meta magic, it has to be prepared ahead of time.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm aware, yeah.
So yes.
And Sam was not thinking that this was ever gonna be how her day turned out. But, okay.
Okay. So to time this right, let's have you roll.
Perception?
Oh, here's one that we don't usually do. Let's have you roll a spellcraft check.
And that's like terrible roll for me. It's only a +7.
It's not nothing.
It's
Oh,
better than
God.
I expected.
Okay, yeah, the DC wasn't like super high. Basically, you're just trying to time this out based on like how long it usually takes you to cast a spell. It's like not super difficult.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you wait till they're like about halfway down and then you start like casting the spell. And then, you're speaking the magic word by the time they're like down at the end. And yeah, you just kind of make yourself a Tom and Jerry mouse hole inside of the door, I imagine.
Yep.
Except it's
So,
a
yeah.
third hole.
You're able to head in. There are not actually any guards inside of the throne room at the moment. Like I said before, there's really only the 2 entrances, and the only other one leads to like the king's chambers.
Okay. Well, let's go as quickly as I can to the throne.
So,
Are the
you
king's
remember
drawers in
from the
king's
last
chambers?
time that you were here, the throne is up on sort of like a it's like stairs that lead up to the 2 thrones that are next to each other. And having the ring allows the thrones to ascend, the stairs to move back. So the stairs themselves, the part that moves, is pretty thick as far as the stone goes. I would say you could make like a survival check or not. I would even let you do knowledge geography, to know like where might be a thinner place that you could shape stone here, so that you could get through with the fewest possible casts of this. Ooh, all right, not bad.
Probably the best knowledge geography I've ever rolled.
So yeah, you're basically going to want to go towards like the very back of the room, because you remember there were steps that led down straight past the throne, and then like everything that was in there sort of like continued on from there.
Okay. So how many casts do I need? I think I only have 2.
Let me look tonight. Spells.
I don't want to.
So what you have going for you is that you have a very small body size at the moment. So you can essentially like do cubic
like
feet, I believe.
Yeah.
So like you're able to move a fairly substantial amount just by, making a small tunnel.
It is 10 cubic feet plus 1 additional per level, so 20 cubic feet.
20 cubic feet. I would say that, yeah, you're probably able to... 20 feet down is... You're able to do it with a single cast.
Sweet.
Wow, there are not a lot of birds that burrow.
This one do. So...
I got curious, and there are... 14 species of birds.
I was gonna say, what, like 5?
Nest. There's like 14 that nest subterraneously.
You come down in a familiar location. The stink of death and the creeping feeling of a place where horrors that should not be have taken place still linger about the area. But as far as you know, it has been cleaned out.
Yeah,
so what are you going to do from here?
I guess perception check.
Perception check. Is there anything that you're going to do to try and find the stone?
Well, I don't know if I can. Can I cast detect magic? I can. It is a cantrip. I'll use that.
So you cast detect magic, and over on the...
Because I know this thing should light up like a fucking lighthouse.
Inside of the cage over here, you do see, it's like a fucking rave coming through there with just like god rays of magic coming out through the bars.
Oh, did you activate a new map or something?
Yes. No. Shit. I forgot to hit activate.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Here.
Yes. So yes, within the cage here, inside the bars, you see, it looks like a rave, just like
are they metal bars?
Rays of light shooting out. As you enter,
I guess I wouldn't get super close.
Would you detect any alarm spells or anything too?
You do detect an alarm spell. Now, there is one thing that I need to check.
I learned something new. Thank you, Sam, for being a burrowing bird.
Yeah.
So, you said that you were diminutive, right?
Diminutive.
You said you're diminutive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So yes, you do see an alarm spell. You do see the gem inside of there.
Alarm spell centered around where?
Around the cage, yes.
Oh, okay. Do I have... No.
You have a bag of
Do I have
sand you can swap it out with?
Arcana? I don't. Do I have a bag of sand?
You got a bullwhip and a revolver? And a cool hat?
Can you hear me?
Well,
Do I have a bag of sand?
no, you don't have a bag of sand. And we are almost done with the adventure, the solo adventures of Sem. But I did just realize it is almost 9 o'clock.
Oh,
and Aaron does have to pick up Faye here shortly. So I think this is a good place to leave it off. And we did also get to see some shenanigans.
So Sem steps into the room and...
Sem steps into the room. And...
Will Sem steal the gem?
Give me a stealth check real quick. I want to see how stealthy you're being.
Sem would be trying to be stealthy.
Give me a stealth check.
We'll see if her excitement gets the better of her.
34.
37.
37. Well, that's good because it does seem like there is at least one guard here.
Oh, shit!
There's William.
Oh, shit!
How Bird get down here?
And that's
we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Will Sem steal the gem? Find out next time on Sem Steals the Gem.
Oh my God.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.